What's going on, everybody? Gary B. Jr. here, your media consultant, and today we're going to be talking all about how to make the most of editing your show. I'm going to give you my top 5 tips on how to edit your show the most efficiently, the fastest, and I'm going to give you some tips on what is the best use case for each of these types of edits. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to get into my right screen here. And you see here, I got my notes already for you guys to see. Our very first one is going to be the web search brackets. And it's good for making groups right out the gate. So if you're trying to make groups in terms of the chorus, the hook, not the hook, but the chorus or the verses and all those kind of things, the bridge, this is where doing a web search and adding these brackets are going to be a really, really cool tip for you. So let's get into how to do that. So the very first thing you want to do is go to your shows tab, the very first tab in the drawer here on the bottom left. And then you're going to pick which category you want your song to begin in or be in to live. And this is your library. So this is where it's going to live. So I'm going to go over to new show on the bottom right. And we're going to do a search for In the Mighty Name of Jesus. And however you type this is going to be how it's going to be saved to your computer. So do your best to spell it right and all that good stuff. And then we simply click web search. And we'll see here, Mighty Name of Jesus live, Mighty Name of Jesus here. These are both by the same group, but just from different sources. All right, so we'll just do the Genius source. And you'll see here it gives us our title and our artist. What I want to do is I want to delete everything except for that very first bracket there that says verse 1. And I'm going to enter down. All right. Now, I've got my brackets. I've got my chorus. And verse 2 is in brackets. Chorus is in brackets again. Bridge. You scroll through, you'll see each of these. All right. This brings us to our very next tip. Tip number 2 is to make sure that you use the additional options in the top here. All right. And this is going to give you access to the max lines per slide specifically. This is very important because this particular setting is really good for the song pacing. Okay. This is where you would dictate, or actually this is where you would align with the pacing of the song. And what do I mean by that? Ultimately, if your song is fairly fast, a quick pace song, then you want to have more lines per slide so that you don't have to have your volunteers or yourself clicking frivolously from one slide to the next. However, if the song is fairly slow, you can actually make this be a lot lesser lines per slide, maybe 1 or 2. A good rule of thumb is to have it at around the 2 mark. Some of you all might prefer 3 or 4 lines per slide. I'm one that prefers 2, so I'm going to keep mine at 2, and it's going to help us get into our next section here. But in this space, not only can you add the brackets, you can also adjust the text and all that kind of stuff in terms of spacing. So if you say, hey, I want this to do something different and you don't want to do the max lines per slide setting, you can go in and hit enter in these areas. But there's a better place to do that. So I'm not going to say you need to do it here. The most valuable part of the web search is, one, it gives you the title and the artist, which is great. You can add in other metadata if you want to, just by simply typing in the name of the metadata and the equal sign here. But you also have this options here for more options, right? So I can close it, I can open it back up, and it gives me those more options. Then you simply click create. When you do that, it gives you your song and you have 2 lines per slide. Now some slides look like they have sometimes maybe 3 lines per slide, or in this case even 4. And it's just because there's a lot more lines or words in that text. So let's talk about what we can do to fix that. There are a couple things that come to mind, but the very first thing I would say to do is to go up to the edit page here. And this edit page is going to give you access to every slide in your show. And you can simply go to the bottom right. And we're going to select the option that says text edit. And it's this little pencil icon, looks like it's on a piece of paper. When I click that, boom, it looks like we're back at the quick lyrics setup where we saw earlier when we did our web search. But this is actually the text edit space. It gives you access to control and manipulate every part of the text of your slide. And so we have the verse brackets, we got the the lines of the song, and you notice it's broken up with spaces between every two lines. Now, like we said earlier, some of the lines were longer than others. So this one right here, every weapon formed against me must break in the mighty name of Jesus. I want that to be a line break or a slide break. So I'm going to enter down and add in an extra space there. And that's going to give me an additional slide in that space, because that one I imagine was pretty long. All right. And you can go through and you can see if there's any other ones like this one. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. And I'll enter that down and break those out. So that chorus really needs to have one line per slide is what it looks like. And so I would do that same thing here on each part of the chorus. And in ProPresenter, this would be considered like the reflow editor, but in FreeShow, it's just called text edit. Whole lot simpler, easy to understand, easy to navigate. And from what I hear from others that have used ProPresenter, they say this is even better. All right. So I would go through and I would edit this song to put a line break after each line of the chorus. And what that represents is a new slide for it. All right. And then I'll go here and we'll pull that down because that one was a long line there. And I'll pull that one down. And I'm just looking at long lines. And I'll pull this one down. And I'm just looking to make sure that nothing looks like it'll run over. Go back to the chorus. We want to put those breaks in. And this is how you can quickly edit the entirety of your show, line by line, without having to do a lot of copying and pasting. I didn't copy and paste anything. And so now when I turn off text edit, you'll notice here, everything's ready to rock and roll. And my chorus is broken out. And it looks like two lines, but I just broke up those long two lines. And this is just really one line of text broken up into two in terms of the way that it's formatted in the box, in the text box. All right. But that's how I would quickly edit everything. Right. So here's one here: to come near my family, no scheme could ever undo God's plans. That one we'll keep like it is. No big deal there. Now, this is the place you go to edit everything about it. But let's say something happens on the fly. Maybe your worship team or your praise team starts to sing something like spontaneously. You can go to show and you can actually go to change the view here. Okay. It's not going to give you the text edit view, but it's going to give you this view here. All right. This is the list view. And this shows you each line of text next to each actual slide of text. And you can go in here, and this is really helpful if you need to make spelling corrections, maybe rearranging words or adding words. So you want to make some additions or some corrections. I would go to the list view while you're actually navigating the song. So you can navigate your song here and it'll go through, right? I can also go in and make changes here and put this on a separate line if I want to, and you'll see it automatically dynamically respond here. But let's go back. Let me select that here and let me go here and do that again. Notice that it does not reflect on the slide real time until you click it again. And now I pray went down to that second line. So you've got complete control of what your audience sees, even when you're in this list view making real-time edits or additions or corrections. All right. Now, the final thing that I would say is if you have a live worship team and you have musicians, you might want to add some chords. Now, I'm not a musical person. You all know that if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, but there's a really quick and easy way to edit your chords, not real time, but how to edit your chords. And this is something that's really helpful for you as worship leaders or your musicians as they start to use this program. And so we're in our edit page in FreeShow, and I see all my slides here. But let's say I want to go to the very first slide. I go down to the bottom next to text edit. There's this option that says chords. When I click on chords, I can select any word or letter, I should say, and it pops up the option for me to select the chord that I want. So I'll just say choose this chord. Doesn't mean it's the right one. I just am selecting chords to let you guys see how easy it is. And so I'll make this one be C sharp. And I'll say select this chord. And now those chords are added into this particular slide. Now they're not visible on the show here or on the slide because I have not activated the chords. If you go to the far right, you'll activate the chords and you'll see those show up here. Most likely you're not going to activate your chords to be seen by your audience. So I would keep that off. And so you can select there and turn that off. The main place you're going to use these chords is in your stage display. All right. And you can go into the stage and you can set it up to actually show your chords just like we talked about. So I can go in here and let's do a new layout, and I'm going to add in a name for this. We're just going to call this one stage, and I'll select slide text on the right, and it automatically populates my current slide text. And I want to move it over like that, and then I want to add in another item under the items and select next slide text, and it automatically populates there. I'm just going to line it up real quick, and we'll make this one be a little bit smaller, and I like to make mine be a little bit different colors, so I'm gonna make this be some type of a gray. Do something like that. You can make it be yellow, whatever you want. All right, but on here for the current slide text, you can go up to the option that says, or down to the option that says chords, and you can activate the chords. And so now you have your chords active in the actual show, and you'll see here when I get to that particular slide, you'll see the chords there on top. You can adjust the vertical offset, so I can raise this up, and it's just automatically dynamically adjusting because I have it set to grow to fit. Okay, so my text is set to grow to fit, so it's dynamically reading it as I make those adjustments. All right, you can change the size of those actual chords to be smaller or larger, and you see it automatically adjust there as well. But those are my top 5 tips when it comes to editing your show. The first one we talked about. The first tip we talked about was the web search. This is just a recap. So we did the web search with the brackets to add in special groups. And then we also used that same web search, and we were able to also make changes to how many lines per slide we want by hitting the little more options at the top. The third tip had to do with the full text edit, kind of like the reflow editor in ProPresenter, but even better because you got full control over everything. Really simple, no copying and pasting needed to jump things to different slides. Simply hit enter to make space between them, and that's really helpful if you are making changes to your show and you want to make it preset to where everything is designed to flow with the pacing the proper way, right? Maybe you did the 2 lines per slide from the web search, but it's still too many lines on that one slide because those are some long lines. You can break it up in that main text edit. The next tip we talked about was editing on the fly to make additions or to make corrections, and that was on the main show page, but we changed the view to be list view, and it allows you to make those changes. Maybe you have a spelling error, you can easily change that real time. And then the last one was the chords. If you have a live band or live worship team, they can use those chords, but I would say the biggest tip with that is to make sure you activate the chords to be visible on your stage or confidence monitor more so than your audience monitor. All right, so hopefully this blesses you guys. Let me know how you edit your slides. Which one of these tips, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that made the most sense for you? And or was it one that I left out? Let me know. I think the community deserves to know your best tips that you have when it comes to editing your shows, and I would love to hear it as well. God bless you guys.